Yeah, yeah.
It's CMOS time. So we're going to talk about how to transform this beautiful seaweed into a gel that we can use for multiple reasons. Okay. So we spoke about CMOS previously, about the amount of minerals that's in sea moss. Our body needs about 102. Sea moss alone gives you 92. So the question is, why aren't you incorporating sea moss in everything that you do? Okay, so this is how it comes. So again, the actual live seaweed itself, the sea moss, is grown in the ocean. The fishermen will go out and they will extract it. They'll bring it in, leave it on the sand to dry. And when it dries, this is what it looks like. Very, crispy, right? Very crispy. Looks like your dried pasta, right? That's how it looks like. If you notice, if you come a little bit closer, you will notice that you don't see a lot of salt in this dried sea moss, okay? And this is a very good indication to let you know that you're getting really good quality sea moss. A lot of people are selling sea moss that are being manufactured in bathtubs and different places, and what they're doing is adding salt to it. You don't have to do that, right? The natural sea moss, once dried, will already absorb all of that salt in it. So you shouldn't really be seeing salt when you dust it or when you look on the actual, fruit. Sorry, not fruit, but on the actual flower itself, right? You shouldn't be able to see any salt in it. So what do we do next? So now we have our dried sea moss. It's probably about I think it's a half a pound. This is that I got, right? What do we do? The first thing we do is we wash it. We check it, look for any kind of impurities that needs to be picked off. We don't see anything. We put it right away in some cold water and do a quick wash to make sure everything is fine, right? So we do it like so, and I can feel a little bit of sand in there. We just kind of squish it real quick, make sure everything is good. Check for anything that needs to be picked off, any sand, any stone, anything like that that needs to be done. And if everything is fine, then we just literally move to the next step. Okay, so this one is sourced from Jamaica, and in doing so, it is actually I might be a bit biased, but it's actually a better quality sea moss. So usually when I get this particular one, I don't have to do a lot of washing and picking. It usually is pretty clean. So I just kind of run it through, get rid of some of the sand that may have been picked up during its drying process. And once I finish doing that, I may just wash it a couple more times. And from there, I then put it into my jar. So now we have our sea moss in our jar, ready to go. I'm going to cut, and first I'm going to pour my water, alkaline water, and I want to put it so that it's right above the sea moss and then some. Because what's going to happen to the dry sea moss, it is going to swell and absorb all of this water. And that's the reason why I'm going to pour all of it because I know what's going to happen. What I'm going to add to this batch now is some key lime. Remember we talk about key lime? Key lime meaning that it has seeds in it, nice and small, very, very juicy. So I'm just going to add some key lime in there as well whilst it's soaking. And that's pretty much what you do, So that's my sea moss ready, ready to be soaked and get ready for a gel. You can soak it for as long as you like, but what you're trying to do is when you soak it is to make sure that, these are the sea moss. This is what it looks like, right? This is just the petals, right? Beautiful sea moss, right? So you kind of want to make sure that it's something that, so it's on the soft side. So I popped it and it broke. I know it broke. That means you're pretty much ready to go. Once you are at that stage where your sea moss is ready, you then transfer it now into your blender. You just put a few pieces in your blender with the water that it has been soaked in, because you know that it's alkaline water, right? So let's put all that. Look at that beautiful. Look at how beautiful that is. Woo-hoo! That. And now I'm just going to tilt over the water that it was soaking in, because I know it's alkaline water, and I know that it's very, very good for you. See how thick that is? Look at how I'm pouring. See how thick that is? Perfect. All right. So we kind of want a little bit of, maybe I would say half and half, in terms of water to sea moss. And then you just put her in your favorite high-speed blender and you just blend away. Okay, and this is what she looks like. Nice and thick and white in color. If you buy sea moss and when you soak it and blend it, it looks brown, you're not getting real sea moss. Okay? It is supposed to be this color. So all I'm doing now is pour into my container. All right, so this we refer to as sea moss gel. Pour into a container. I leave it in the refrigerator. And whenever I need to make my sea moss smoothies, shakes, or whatever else I need to do with my sea moss, I just come here and scoop up what I need. So we are going to talk about, next video, we'll talk about the other uses of sea moss. It's not just for, making smoothies and so on. That's great. But there are many other uses that we can use this wonderful product for. And there is also a debate online about whether you should boil your sea moss and then gel it and then put it in the process to gel, or do you gel it? Do you do it from raw? And my preference is raw. Remember, the moment you actually add heat to any live product, you're losing some nutrients, and you don't want to do that. So in my opinion, I would rather take the time to soak it for a day or 2 days or however long it takes, and then blend it naturally. So that's what this is my method, and this is how I do my sea moss. Yeah. So this was probably half a pound of sea moss. And this is what I'm getting. So I've already got me 1 jar, almost a gallon, and I still have more here to blend. 2 gallons of sea moss by the time I'm done. And I just tend to just share with friends so that I don't have too much in my refrigerator at one time. I'll just give a small container to each friend around in the neighborhood, so we all have sea moss gel to use whenever we like, for our smoothies, for our skincare, which we'll talk about another time, for our hair care, which we'll talk about another time, for our nails, for a lot of things, for put into your food, for thickening up your gravy, for put into your porridge. Multiple use you can get out of your sea moss. Okay, so next time we talk, we'll run through some of those ideas. But for now, it's really how do you make your sea moss gel? And this is the process. Very simple: dry sea moss, soak sea moss, put sea moss into a processor that you like, process gel-like, put into a container, keep it in the refrigerator, and just ready for you to use whenever you want. So I'm gonna make myself a quick lunch and show you typically what I do with my sea moss. So I'll probably use about 2. A nice scoop. Make 1 more because I'm gonna make enough for 2 days. So that's 3. 3 scoops of the sea moss. So basically I'm adding a banana to it. I'm adding some sliced mangoes that I have to my smoothie. So it's just goji berry. Okay, and it gives you a little bit of sweetness, but it also gives you color. I love the color. So usually my measurement is one handful. I don't really measure. I just kind of eyeball it. Some sesame seeds, hemp seeds. So I would say maybe like a a tablespoon, and some chia seeds. Okay, with the 3 seeds that I add to my smoothies, add my alkaline water. Right. All depends. If you want it nice and thick, you add less. I want mine to be a little bit on the runny side. So we talked about how good key lime is for us. So wherever you can possibly add key lime, add your key lime. I'm kind of old school, so I don't really do the juicing thing, etc., etc. Fanciness. I just use my old-fashioned method of extracting juice of a lime. Now, if possible. And then from there, pop on my lid. And lunch is about to be served. Sorry about the noise. So here we go. This is my Moss Smoothie. Nice and thick. And then I like to garnish my my sea moss. So I just add a little bit of pumpkin seed on top. As much as you like. Or you can add anything else that you like. But I like pumpkin seed. Okay, so we're basically talking about from here to here to here. So this is your dry sea moss being soaked. This is your gel that you extract from it. And from here, you turn it into a nice, delicious sea moss smoothie that you can have for breakfast, you can have for lunch, you can have for dinner, you can have as a snack, you can have for anything that you like. Use any fruits that you like to combine with your sea moss gel and turn it into your beautiful sea moss shake. Enjoy!